think we're back. Maybe. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I blame the heat for all intents and purposes. I just simply blame the heat. I'm trying to get this all. Trying to make sure I got everything actually working correctly. Okay, the struggle to do this is man. Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to. We might have a stream at some point here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but okay, good. Oh, and I like the I'm sitting here looking at all the settings over here, and the heat. It has a little temperature deal where it says the heat. It just says extremely hot outside. Doesn't even give me a temperature. It just says extremely hot outside. Gang, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, Gary. Too much second, dude. On top of that, it's been a long 2 days. Like, I am wore out. I mean, work's been busy. Work's been good busy. So there is that. Aww. Oh, we're good. But anyway, I don't know. So this is, I forgot when it actually stopped streaming because it still shows everything. But then it all of a sudden tells me everything's dead. But this is this is the Nessie chassis from Deluxe Fabrication. They were running these, saw these in person the first time at Crawlapalooza this last year. They were running them, and then they finally became public here a couple months back, and then saw them again in person, talked to a few guys there at the Rocky Mountain Regional Championship. So I was going through everything. I was like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and order one. So I went ahead and at least got the chassis, and like I said, I got links. Here I chose the C3 link kit they offer, and I'm going to do it with some XR width AR44s for now. So I'll have a straight axle and a portal axle class 3 truck. Basically, this one will probably be more, this one will not be Sorkin. This will be like kind of more on the cheater line rules. Like, I'm not worrying about transfer kits, I'm not worrying about points. We're just getting everything functioning and ready to rock and roll. So all that's coming good, and I said, so we got this will be coming up along shortly too, and then got a few other things randomly throughout the week. But I think actually tomorrow or Saturday, my Jekyll and Hyde chassis will be here. And they said Crop Carmer's released that. I think the pre-order is still up right now. I know he's cutting a ton of carbon fiber pieces out, cutting a ton of chassis out, getting all the kits boxed up and everything like that. So, so that is a builder's kit. That's not just something you. I mean, if you get the full kit, it has basically everything you need. But if you get any of the other combinations, it's a builder's kit. It's going to take some work, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with measuring links and setting up stuff. So I just got chassis rails for right now. I did go ahead and grab pan hard mount and a few other things in case I decide what I'm doing. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll get started. So we'll have a couple new builds and whatnot going. Probably put these links on here pretty soon, but actually opened up the box and the Nessie chassis, everything was assembled. It has here a 3D printed bumper, has a fairlead there, same here with the rear bumper, a nice chassis brace, even has actually all the hardware, everything in here. The skid's already bolted down, so I can just put my links and everything on. It does have a battery tray right here, which if I was using offset axles like how it's supposed to be, it would be just fine, but since I'm using center axles, I'll probably have to move this one out, throw in a couple different spaces there. And it does have here a servo winch mount, and actually this is a really sweet guide. Looks like it's going to go over your spool, and then your line can come through there, and it's going to encase the spool, so you don't have to worry about your line coming off. So that is super nice. And again here, a nice lovely carbon fiber. So definitely really excited about this one. I said it's been once they made it public, it's been on the list. But then after Rocky Mountain and everything, I was like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get one coming because I wanted one. But yeah, picked up a couple of the EXO Trekker skids while they were in stock, because one of my favorite skids to use because they work with such a wide variety of transmissions. And from Works, we got their, like I said, the chassis servo mount kit for the Jekyll and Hyde that I'll probably use, and their new aluminum panhard mount that they offer as well. So definitely have lots of goodies in the works and coming down the pipeline. And this cool little guy, thank you Theron for giving me the link, but I finally got a new set of helping hands. This is my regular one that I use like all the time. Actually, this little guy has been in my toolbox at work. I've used that thing for probably 10 years now, but this has worked really good here for soldering and getting everything else done. And it was not bad. I think Amazon was like, what, 20 bucks there on? So. I missed one here. Joey, that RC 4-drive body's back in stock. Nice. I mean, honestly, I've built mostly everything out of Lexan, and I have a stack of Lexan bodies. I have 2 brand new Montec crawler bodies. I have an SCX Pro body. I have a cliffhanger cab, an extra sumo body, and I did order another hard body, but it's to take 2 hard bodies to make 1 body. So, so that's where I'm at right now. Plus, I'm still thinking about considering stretching the wheelbase on my Class 1 out a little bit from the 11.8. So, before I make a hard body, I'm going to see what I want to do. Because honestly, I don't need a hard body for Class 1 until Crawlapalooza. Crawlapalooza requires a hard body on Class 1. So actually, I can take some time. I don't have to rush, which is good because I really want this to come out. I have a really good vision in my head with the body. So I'm going to take my time and make sure it actually comes out semi-decent. It's time to retire my aluminum OG ATL, order the G-Speed V4 and the 6x6. Oh yeah, it's always good to get some good some new chassis up in the fleet. So honestly, everything I've been rolling out chassis left and right. I was thinking about using my mullet as a donor for the Jekyll and Hyde, but I love my mullet so much, so I'm just going to build a Jekyll and Hyde as well. One problem is now, like I still need to order the deluxe transmission for the Nessie. I went ahead and got the chassis kit so I get everything together, and then here in the next week I'll get the, I think it's the Nod 3 transmission that they recommend that's made for that. So we'll get that coming, but I'll still need a transmission for the Jekyll and Hyde, and I have sitting here as well another chassis. I have the Poised T3 chassis and links for it ready to rock and roll. I just don't have, I'm running out of stuff to build. Now I might take the kiddo's Class 3 and pull it apart and build him just a straight cheater rig and everything else like that. So the deluxe guys are top notch. Only nice. Yes, the deluxe guys, oh, super nice, and they're a blast. They're a blast to hang out with, for sure. Theron, I do have F10 straights. You do? Do you want to build this Poised chassis? I just need it when you're done, so I can just do a video. I don't have to do a video on the build. I just take some video when it's crawling. You want to build a Poised chassis? Yeah, I got chassis links right there. I don't have anything else. I'm not gonna get stuff ordered until probably late next week, give or take. But also, I probably will slow down at some point because I am truck shopping. So, and it's about that time. So we are truck shopping. I was ordering the new 2024 TRD Pro Tacoma, but I love my Crew Max size, so we are back to Tundra TRD Pro, which is fine with me. Either one, honestly, I would probably be fine in the Tacoma because I drive it most of the time, but when we load everybody up, it can get a little tight. And plus, like, the back seats, I think, are going to be smaller than I think because on the Tacoma, the new Tacoma actually has suspension built into the front seats, which takes up some leg room. So we're just going to play it safe, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to stay in a Tundra. And actually, wasn't expecting it, but we actually have one that's on the way. So we're still debating. King XO, yes, XO, the Lexan XO, doing great. And of course, I do have my C3 XO ready to rock and roll. Jason, I'm back. But yeah, I'm back too. This is like the third time we're trying to stream here. So I have it Wi-Fi and backed up to the phone. So when one drops, the other one, it's got two Wi-Fis. So we're not losing anything on. That's a helping octopus. Dude, that thing is awesome. So I got a few of those I got a couple of the Rhino ESCs to try, and they come all bare. So I've been soldering all of them up, and that worked amazing to get everything done. Wrecker Up just bought a 2023 high-low today. It's my first build full comp. Speaking of, and I do see Brazen is in the house. What's up, Brett? Speaking of 2023 high-low, here is mine. Just finished up doing a few upgrades on it late last night. Just doing a final few finishing touches. This thing, the new high-low, I mean, the high-low in general was a monster. This, I think just those few subtle changes, something about this just feels like a whole new animal. Instead of, honestly, I have a brand new set of shocks back here to put on here, but because I've just threw on some of the Vanquish S8E 80 millimeters, but they're working, and I don't want to change anything because everything is working right now. This thing's a monster. I did do a comp, did a cash comp last weekend or the weekend before with it. I think I ended up in second or third, I think it was. But, and like this last weekend we did a comp too, and I ended up losing because I was being stubborn. I was doing my best not to winch. I'm avoiding winching if at all possible. I'm just driving it out. Whether it means I mess up and I hit a gate or it costs me, I am working, unless the winch is truly the only way to get through. If that is the only way to actually get through, I will winch. But we did one class 1, one class 2, and one class 3 course last weekend. I touched the winch twice. Once on C3 because we made a gate that you had to winch. It looked like it had traction, but it had absolutely no traction whatsoever. So we had to winch there, and we had one really crazy rock ledge that you had to go up over, but you could almost get over. Like, I probably could have sent it, but you can't send through gates anymore. So I did pendulum off of that. So 2 winches between 3 courses. So I was definitely very, very happy. But this thing, yeah, I'm able to drive so much more over the stuff through the courses now, and that's what the last couple I've been working on is I'm not trying not to winch unless I absolutely have to. I am driving because that's how you become a better driver. I don't want to be just a winch master. Believe me, I could have winched through, I could have pulled line very quickly in a few spots and saved me a gate or 2 here and there. But the fact that I saw the truck crawl it, so I know it can do it, and then I learned, okay, I did it, but I went through too fast and that cost me the gate. So if I just slow down next time, I'll be good to go. And we'll go over some of the upgrades this thing had. I worked on it last night, so we'll go over some upgrades here in just a second. John Ray, what's up, buddy? How's it going? We are actually, speaking of you Oklahoma people, just writing off the Wichita, basically eliminating the Wichita people out of the Sorka series you guys got going on. Got tired of us going down and taking your money, so you're going to move the comp too far away. Just kidding. Miss you, buddy. Haven't seen you since Colorado, but yeah, the one on July 9th I might try to go to, but that's also our Cash Comp series. So that one's a toss-up, but I am going to miss the next Sorka one just because that's a 5-hour drive one way. So that's on a Sunday, 10 hours of driving for 3 courses, I'm probably going to have to call it on that one. That's just for a Sunday. If it was a Saturday, I could probably swing that, but not on a Sunday. I got to work the next day. Joey, what's up? Will the Power Wagon body fit on the VS410? Yeah. I mean, I've seen Power Wagons on there. I've seen plenty of Power Wagons on there. Power Wagons fit on just about everything. Really depends on how much you want to cut or don't cut. King, is the C1 pointed out? Yes, the C1 is pointed out. Full 60-point Lexan build. I'll pull it off here in just a second. Brecker, I need links. What's the best way to get a hold of a set for new brazen hilo with F10 portals and the I already had extra links for mine laying around. I already had most of a set of hilo links laying around, but right there mentioned Hardcore RC and In the Works RC. Those are your best and biggest link companies out there for links for the hilo. Sure wish you just came by. Well, I want to be that weekend. I work that Saturday, and the whole weekend with the newborn and stuff. I don't want to leave the whole weekend. If I'm going to be gone, it needs to be for a big event. The only events I got left that I'm actually traveling Sam for are Apex at Disney in September, which Apex, if you're in like the Midwest area, that's like the first weekend, September like 8th and 9th. It's at Disney, Oklahoma. Apex Scale Challenge. It is 2 days of cheater Class 2 action. 8 courses, 8 Class 2 courses. You throw out your worst score, and then there's double finals on Sunday. So this is what the hilo is being built for. My hilo is being built for that. So this is, at this point now, it's my pure cheater truck. I'm not worrying about transfer cases. I'm not worrying about anything else. It is getting the weight, balance, getting everything where it needs to be. Got the deluxe trans in there. Last night got my mail order from Three Bows RC, so we swapped in the G13 Pro because it is an absolute monster of a servo. And for its $100 price, that is probably the best $100 servo there is. And then also last night, we got the Three Brothers, the Micro Atlas Pro servo winch. So this is a micro servo winch. It is a direct power micro servo winch, and it is force capable. Weird. I've lost more shit lately. Huh. I lost an entire winch. Well, that's not cool. Oh, there it is. So, here is the your more standard micro winch. This is the NSD RS100, and there is the Atlas micro. So it is noticeably larger. It is direct 4S power. We'll fire it up, actually. That's fine. Let me find a 4S battery. Just make sure I got one that has some juice left in it. Nope. Not that one. That one's got juice left. How can I get a hold of him? Hardcore RC website. You go on there. He has different chassis listed up, so you can just click the brazen. He'll have like brazen linked, and you click brazen, and then you'll have the brazen chassis that he has links available for. Click your high-low, and you'll be good to go. We'll for sure miss you. Yeah. Oh man, it's always a good time. We had such a good time at Colorado with all y'all. Always a freaking blast. Hanging out with y'all. I said, just that one. I mean, that location looks awesome. It really does. It looks like a fun location, but it's like for us, for me, it's a 5 hours one way on a Sunday. So it means getting up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, driving down there, comping at best, ending the comp 5 hours back. I mean, I'm old. I like my bedtime at like 9:30. 10 o'clock's already pushing it, and and it's nighttime driving. And I don't like driving at nighttime anymore. Oddly enough, I used to love driving at nighttime. I dislike it now. But I mean, if this comes in time and everything there goes good, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I said, I was seeing if like the 23 were still coming in, or if it was time to just go ahead and just put in an order for a 24. And lo and behold, we have a 23 coming in that is unclaimed. So it's good, but also through a wrench. Like, I wasn't expecting a truck to actually, especially a Tier D Pro, to actually be available. But I guess that's good, right? And power on. Make sure I've had the dangest time programming this Rhino ESC, and it's still not doing it. Oh, there we go. Are you going to be getting another GSP soon? Probably not definitely not with as many chassis as I have on the table, and with how well everything is doing. Said between all these that I got going on right now, we have the Nestle over here on the table. We have the Jekyll and Hyde coming in. We have a Poise chassis sitting right there, and honestly, I'm having too much fun with the high-low right now. So definitely probably not for a while, if at all. If you clean your room once in a while, you wouldn't lose things. It's the same way. Like, I have a work cart, and I'm sure if there's any other techs here, like, I have a work cart that if I'm working on a current car, like I have my trays, so my tools that I'm working on go right there. I can use said tool, turn around, put it in that tray, turn around, mess with something else, turn back around for that exact same tool, and it will be gone. And I will spend 10 minutes looking for the tool that I know I just set in there. Tool carts, 10 millimeters, they're like the Bermuda Triangle. Things disappear. Toby, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. J-Man, what's up, mate? What's an upgrade from the Vanquish shocks, or should I just keep rocking the stock Vanquish ones? Is it the S8E shocks, the stock Vanquish ones? Those are actually pretty good, especially if you get the Vanquish upgrades for them. They do pretty dang good. But I have my other shocks I go to are my In the Works 80 millimeter shocks, the Deluxe Fab, the DraftTex 80 millimeter super shorts, or good old fashioned Traxxas 2660s, and kind of build your own. So those are my shock choice. Like I said, I already had these. I'd ordered 80 millimeters, but I wanted to get the high low running, and I was like, all right, I have these Vanquish 80 millimeter shocks, so I put them in, and they're actually working. Like I said, I know the other shocks are better. I know they're just better, but it works so well right now. I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to mess with anything. Jason, I just got done assembling some C3 Hyrax Low Pros and 126 millimeter dual stage anti-foams on 2.2 Mavericks. They're sharp. Nice. Yeah, the Third Brothers, the dual stage anti-foams on the 2.2s with cut and shut size tires is like a match made in heaven. I've seen it too. Yeah. You keep lagging in and out. That's probably because I covered my phone. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I blame the heat. I blame everything lately on the heat. The OG high-low links are the same. Sorry for the yes, the high-low links are the same. So your link there did not change much, but overall, yeah. So I said I've had the dangest time with the Go Rhino. Like programming, I got everything computer-wise to work, but the calibration has been driving me bonkers to get everything to work. But it's all nice, quiet, and G13 Pro on 4S is just simply insane. And that actually scoots pretty good on 4S. That's alright. I think we can work with that. And everything's on 4S, so I don't have to worry about BCs or anything like that. But yeah, honestly, this thing has just been insane for me. It has just worked, plain and simple, every time I've taken it out. So, other than the mullet, I would say thus far, my favorite chassis of the year is the Hilo here. The mullet is my favorite chassis release of the year, and the Hilo I'd have to put right there next to it. I said, but we have tons, plenty of stuff working on. So, yeah, Jason, that's quick winch action on 4S. Yeah, 4S, that's a micro winch too. I was like, and that is a small winch, so that's up there. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's quite ninja speed, but it's there. I mean, definitely, I think good enough for me for sure. It's sort of the new RS700 Low Pro. Nice. That'll be a good one. Definitely powerful too. Nicholas, I waste so much time doing the same. Exactly. It's just some of those things. Like you can set something down, and then there's like a Bermuda Triangle when it comes to tools and like putting them down on places, and everything just disappears. So yeah, I've actually been having a very good time here with the EXO Class 1 that we got going on here. And yes, that is flex hand, and it is pointed out. It's not the prettiest point out, mostly because I have a spare tire on here. But that was really the only other way to get my 3 points, because I did not want a roof. I could do roof rack and a light bar for 3 points, but that I'm still not over how tall a light bar is, or how tall the roof rack has to be to count as its points. So I know it's really nothing that's honestly crazy or that I should honestly worry about, but it just bickers me. But all in all, everything there comes out pretty good. Interior cage, drop bed, the whole nine. It's worked out really, really well. And finally, got sliders and everything made on here. I had some thinner aluminum ones, but they folded pretty easily. So we got some thicker aluminum and actually made some really nice ones. So they're not flexing, and they actually did really good this weekend. And because I was able to get everything as close as I could there, I'm not too worried about this little bit here, especially being the forward-based skid. I'm not too worried about this gap and hanging up or anything like that, and still kept everything nice and narrow. Like these are to the T. I have my 1 inch exactly from the leading edge and 1 inch exactly from the tire edge to the slider, front and rear. Like everything is to the T there. Got the bumpers, everything's very tight as far as tolerances and stuff goes. So definitely came out good. And until I can get another one, I did order a little voltage limiter so I can run everything on 4S and not hurt my my winch.